At the end of a corridor on the 3rd floor, I opened the door that seemed to be the entrance to the tower. Looking at what lies in front of us, I can't help but sigh. Before us is another door made of steel. It looms over me. I cautiously approach the door and give it a push. It doesn't budge an inch. There doesn't appear to be a handle or a keyhole of any kind, so I only conclude it's some sort of portcullis. I look around for something to lift it with, but can't find anything. Maybe it can only be opened from the other side. So what should we do? There are probably still zombies coming after us. Got this far? You aren't leaving until we meet the master. I've got a favour to ask Sierra. What is it? I'm going to blow up this door. It'll take me a while to prepare, so... I do sense the approach of a group of undead coming our way. I assume it's about that? Can you do something about it? Yes, troublesome things. I can conjure up a barrier on this door to ward off evil. But it'll only last a short while. Will that be sufficient? I can't say first of all, can I? I'll manage. Sierra, I'm counting on you. Add more words coming from you. How ominous. Says the one who usually responds to requests like with, I don't want to. That is because you are never serious. I cannot abide in sincere requests. But this time is different. I took out some wire, paper and gunpowder from my cloak. Over the course of 2 years I was trained in the secrets of gunpowder and gun making by the Howling Voice Guild, an organisation that holds a unique position on Harmonia. An art I had practiced until I thought I'd vomit blood. Now I got to become a gunner and be chosen by a gun. But I'd learn the art of gunpowder. I could use what I had learned to blow up this big door. I don't carry about large quantities of gunpowder though. I just have to work with what I have. Phew. That's cute. The barrier's complete. Hey, don't lean on me. You'll throw me off. Sorry, but I need you to lend me your back. I've used too much power tonight. You can rest if you want. I'll wake you up when I'm done. You still have work to do, right? Measuring out the exact amount of gunpowder instantly. I'll wrap it in paper. I'm only working to set them up right to locations around the door and make them all go off at once. Beyond Sierra's barrier, the undead groan. I try to focus on the task, but it's not going very well. Hey Sierra? What? You never mentioned how you met this guy. Your chatter never ceases, does it? That's cold. Well. Could you at least tell me his name? His name? It's Reen. Reen Pennenberg. He has a last name, huh? He holds a high status then. He was a knight of a respectable family. Sounds romantic. Spilled a little. That could have been dangerous. Do not mock me. When was it we first met? Been living alone for several years. My memories are beginning to fade. Were you alone because you were founder? Do not pity me. I've always found solace in solitude. Hey, should not keep working. Ah, yeah. Well, I might as well tell you an old story. Just ignore it if you have no interest. Whether or not you listen is your own choice. This hole is so small. It's not so easy to get this through. Ha. I was cursed with one of the 27 true runes, the Moon Rune. And when my body changed into something not human, it was impossible for me to live with this normal people. I did not become a master of a moon rune. Rather, it was a moon rune that became my master. Day after day, the rune's evil hunger racked my body until even reason seemed madness. But the only thing I could, I escaped into a forest seeking land where no humans dwelt. Deep in the forest, I built a cabin. It was small with only one window, not a single piece of proper furniture. But it was enough. I could live there, alone, peacefully. So I lived there alone for many years. For decades I lived there by myself with no one to talk to, counting the years by the forest changing colours. And so I lived, for days indistinguishable from years until he appeared. It was by the will of the gods that I cursed them. But at that moment I was overcome with happiness. Guided by the trees of the forest, I timidly stepped outside my cabin. The man sat resting his back against a tree. His long silver hair flowed down past his waist. He was beautiful, like a knight from the fairy tales I had heard back when I was still human. He had been attacked by an animal or a monster. I had left a deep wound scars across his chest. I approached him and he spoke, and his every breath left filled with pain. Who? I was scared. It had been hundreds of years since I had spoken with anyone. Where am I? Please. Near here. There was a carriage, milady. A carriage, but I do not sense the presence of any humans aside from you. Please, milady. A carriage? I understand. I had gone to such lengths to avoid humans, but I cannot deny the fact my heart was nearly bursting with joy. I thought I had forgotten how to speak. I searched the forest. I wanted to grant my knight's request. I wanted to fulfill the wishes of a human. I soon discovered a carriage, and the remains of a woman returned to a knight. Milady, you... I see. Are you okay? It seems my life is at its end. What a waste. I couldn't even protect my lady, and now I can't even get my revenge. Dying here is maddening. It's maddening. What was my life for? What did I learn the art of a sword for? What was the point of the oath I swore? Damn it, this place. I'm cursed. My whole life is cursed. I do not fear death. If this is my fate, I accept it. Even so, this is a disgrace. Upon my honour, it's maddening. As he spoke, the knight started crying. Genuine tears of sadness. At that moment I felt sorrow, whether it was because I was about to see a human I'd spoken with disappear, or because I hated him for obtaining the gift of death that I was wishing for. Even now, I still do not know. Before I realised what I was doing, I found myself nestled close to the knight. Life and death, both are prisons of darkness, but I say there is a good reason to keep you here on this earth. What are you? This abominable curse that my body is under is a hollow life, but that was the first time. I drank the blood of a human, although I knew I should not spread the curse. I acted out of compassion, but what I felt then was not true compassion. I took the man's blood and gave him mine. Our blood mixed and became one. and so was born one who shared the same fate as I. The man said his name was Reen, and he regained consciousness while his wounds began to heal. I told him of my tale. The day after he learned what happened to him, he disappeared. I waited for him. I kept waiting even while thinking that he might never return. But as far as I was concerned, I had plenty of time to spare. Before long, Reen returned. He did not talk about what he had been doing. Whether or not he pursued his responsibilities or his revenge, I did not know. I did not want to know. After that, we spent many long years together. Together we found and strengthened ourselves. What I could not understand on my own, I discovered with Reen, and I was happy. And so we spent thousands of days of rain, 1,000 days of wind. Time flowed by slowly for a long time. Over a course of an eternity, Reen and I met more and more people who came from the forest seeking deliverance. At those times, I gave life to those who rejected death. Little by little, our circle grew bigger. Before we knew it, our gathering was a village. We named it the Village of a Blue Moon. By that time, I'd finally become someone who could truly be called a Master of a Moon Rune. Thanks to Reen's help. In the centre of the village we built an altar and a shrine with a rune there. This way, the villagers were able to live under a rune's protection, away from the eyes of humans. Everyone thought we could continue living contently that way. But living as we did, I had forgotten, or I had tried to forget, how the hearts of humans change. How I made the most fragile glass in the world. The incident happened without warning. One of the villagers stole the moon rune and ran away to the outside world. His name was Necklord. It had not been long since he joined us, but he was a young, good-natured fellow and well liked even by me. I was still protected by the rune as a founder, but the same did not hold true for the other villagers. After Necklord stole the rune, I began to experience perishing true death. You may find it hard to believe, but almost all the villagers accepted death peacefully. Maybe they were tired of living, I do not know. I apologised as they endured the excruciating pain, but some even smiled as they left me behind. However, some refused death and ran away to the outside world. Reen was one of them. After losing the protection of a rune, there was only one way the villagers could survive: to accept the curse of vampires and feed on the blood of humans. By stealing the souls of humans, they could cling to their lives for all eternity. Crude, ugly, despicable. That is what Reen had chosen to become. That's why I must kill him with my own hands. I gave him a life. I shared a life with him. I will not let him sully those memories. And that, everyone, is exactly why Sierra is such a fantastic character. Sorry for the wait, Sierra. I'm done. You fool. Because you took so long, I said too much. Sorry about that. But actually, I was focusing so hard at the end, I wasn't really listening. How very like you. We broke through the iron door and climbed up a spiral staircase beyond the top of a tower. Before us lay a solemn chapel. Sierra. Reen. Illuminated by the moonlight streaming through the colourful stained glass windows sat the figure of an elegant young man, quietly playing a pipe organ. I wondered who was making such a racket at this time of night, but I must say I never expected to be you, Sierra. It has been a long time, Reem. I did not know where you had gone, but have now finally found you. I see, since then. I wonder how much time has passed. These days without you. Stop spouting such nonsense. The transient life I gave you, I will have you return it here. Is that so? I see. How like you. How very like you, Sierra. You have preyed on humans. For the sake of pleasure and prolonging your own life, you have devoured the blood of humans and toyed with their lives. What you have done is unforgivable. That is the true form of a moon. We are vampires, Sierra. This is the way it should be. You know how it feels. That sweet, pleasant taste. When you drank my blood. Silence! Sierra! Why? Why must we live in fear? Why must we, who are not human, have human hearts? What is the reason for that? Why must we, with our bodies brimming with power, hide like creatures of darkness when we are superior to humans? Sierra, don't tell me you still pretend you're human. Poor Sierra. I told you to stop spouting such nonsense. Have you forgotten? That day you said, if this is my fate, I'd accept it, did you not? You said that you still fight for life when you should return it to me. You could not do that when the only thing waiting for you was perishing. Now there's only one choice left. Sierra.